Everyone, tonight we want justice for baby Gabriel. This baby taken in by a loving adoptive couple. They spend thousands of dollars on the teen girl who becomes pregnant and decides she doesn't want the baby. They support her boarding, her food, her medical care. They're coaching her through the delivery, even cutting the umbilical cord themselves. But then, after just a short while with the adoptive parents in the happiest home on earth, the girl decides she wants the baby herself. She has a criminal arrest history. Why did she get to take the baby back? Just days after taking the baby back, wrenching it out of its adoptive home, baby Gabriel found dead. In the last hours, we learned the cause of death is trauma to the head. The baby found frothing at the nose and mouth, a white, frothy liquid, dead. To Suzanne Lee, news anchor with WHO, joining us. Suzanne, why? Why did the birth mother, a teen girl, suddenly decide she wants the baby back? And why did the loving adoptive parents have to hand the baby over?
Nancy, I don't have all the answers on that aspect of the story, but I can tell you I did actually talk to a private adoption agency in West Des Moines, Iowa, and they told me that this is an adoption run amok, that this should never have happened in Iowa.
Everybody, you're seeing shots of baby Gabriel, and there he is, back with the teen mom. Suzanne Lee, joining me from WHO, you said run amok. What do you mean by that?
Well, the person that I spoke to from a private adoption agency in West Des Moines says that a birth mother in Iowa has 96 hours to change her mind. That is when adoptions are handled properly. And in this woman's opinion, she does not think this adoption was handled properly. We did that interview about, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago.
Joining me right now, Sergeant Jason Halifax, PIO with the Des Moines Police Department. Sergeant, thank you so much for being with us. I know this had to be a heartbreaking scene. What did police find when they got to the apartment where baby Gabriel was dead?
Well, the first response to the apartment actually was the medics crew, and based on the calls, what our dispatchers were taking, we sent officers to assist them, which is pretty common in this kind of situation. So officers arrive, the first thing they see is a medic actually carrying the baby outside of the apartment, away from the apartment into the medic squad. Immediately into the ambulance, they begin their treatment, and then they whisk the baby down to the hospital.
When they arrived there, Sergeant, who was in the home? Who was with the baby?
When medics got there, it was a mother and a friend of hers, but the reason they had called us was because they found the baby left alone.
Suzanne Lee, it's my understanding that the mother said she had to leave to run errands, and she left the baby with the bio dad, who had never once taken care of a baby in his life. The little baby was soaked wet and dead when the mom gets back. I mean, when she pulls back in from her errands, she sees the father scratching off in his car, comes in, the baby's dead. Is that your understanding, Suzanne?
Well, according to police reports, it was 2 witnesses, 16-year-old girl and a 17-year-old girl. One of those girls is 16. She was the one who notified the mother that said, "Are you comfortable leaving the baby with the baby's father?" And the mother told her to turn around and go back to the apartment and go back and check on the baby. And that's when that young girl, 16-year-old female, drove back to the apartment. And that is when she saw the baby's father driving away without the baby.
So it sounds to me, Matt Zarrell, that they knew the baby shouldn't be alone with the bio dad, who was, apparently a violent teen himself. She should never have left that baby, but she did. Now the baby's dead. I mean, I don't understand how it all went down, Matt.
Well, what happened, Nancy, is that the mom leaves the baby with the child, with the teen, to go out and go to the library. The friend comes to get her phone charger, but what happens is that the friend sees Wheeler Smith, the bio dad, holding the baby. She calls the mother and she says, "Are you sure you want to leave this baby by itself with the bio dad?" And she says, "No, go back and check on him." And when the friend went back to check on the baby, that's when the bio dad was driving away from the apartment without the baby. Mom comes home, they both go inside and find the baby blue and unconscious.